everyone. Hi, it's us once again. We are the We are coming to you from our studio in
Scotland.
Oh,
Edinburgh.
yeah.
Not gonna give away the place.
Yeah, so that's where we're coming from. We are the J Girls. Okay. All right. So let's get that out. Now we are live. So today we are live and we are coming to you on the table. This is the LWJ Cow Chat. Big J. I'm a Big J.
No, I'm Big J.
I'm Mommy J.
I'm
And
Big J.
so we are the J Girls. And you say a Big J. Right. We've been discussing our favorite topic for a while now. And our topic is, can you tell us? Virtue. So we've been discussing our topic virtue, and we've said so many things, and we've been treating so many aspects of virtues. We talked about all these aspects, purity, faith, and all that mixed in, and we decided to go with this particular poster that shows virtue in terms of character, and we've done integrity, discernment, diligent, temperate, courage. And today we are going to a new topic, and the topic is under the virtue of relationships. And the virtue of relationships is part of the three virtues. Oh, what is wrong with us? Like, and so it's the virtue of moral relationships. So today we are doing the three subtopics of
Humility.
Yeah, the three subtopics
they
of humility. They are obedience, acceptance, and modesty. Interesting. Three very challenging subtopics for me personally, because one of the biggest thing as we grow up in life is all about relationships and understanding our relationships. I found it very challenging. And so going through this topic is interesting. And for kids at home, just like yourself and myself, we are learning together to understand the moral of relationships. And today we are starting with humility. Next week, we'll go to another topic. And the next week, we'll go to another topic. All right, so let's go on. So the first one is obedience. So what are the three key principles of obedience?
Conformity, compliance, and submission.
Yeah.
Principle of amen.
Yeah.
Oh, because
amen. So principle of
B.
So it means accepting and walking along. That's the principle of amenable. So what does conformity mean to you?
Conforming to the rules, like following the rules.
Submission. Submission means like submitting yourself to your elders. That means
doing what they say without questioning.
Doing what they say without questioning. What else? Compliance.
Being the one they can look up to when they're
okay. Does that answer compliance?
Compliance is similar to conformity.
It's just like agreeing.
Yeah.
Agreeing. So that's all about. So now let's look at the definition of obedience. Now that we have seen the three factors that are related to obedience, and the principle we are taking away is the principle of amenable. That's interesting. So obey, obedient. These are the root word of obedience. And it's doing or willing to do what you have been asked to do by someone in authority.
Yeah, we said that. Means that you're someone like servant, your mistress, or your master.
So the servant will obey the mistress or the master, and children will obey the parents, and children will obey teachers, and children will obey. Children has a lot of people to obey, aunties and uncles and all that. And so that is obedience to authority. So Big P, can you read the big box?
Obedience is human behavior is a form of social influence in which a person yields to explicit instructions or orders from an authority figure. Obedience is generally distinguished from compliance, which is behavior influenced by peers, and from conformity, which is behavior intended to match that of the majority.
So, you see, we have now differentiated pure obedience from compliance and conformity. Although they are all synonyms, but they are slightly different. Obedience is just yielding to instruction given by an authority figure.
It reminds me of courage and bravery, which are synonyms, but they're also slightly different.
Exactly, they're slightly different. But in terms of compliance, is your peers. Let's go and smoke, all of you go, you comply. Let's go and drink, all of you go, you comply. Let's go and do something terrible. Let's go and do something good. Compliance could also be good. Let us all go. And then conformity. Hey, everybody's running to the river. Yeah, we just run together without thinking. So we have to be careful. So obedience is not everything. Obedience is not everything we do. Obedience is simply a relationship between a lower authority and a figurehead, like a big authority. So compliance with an order, request, or law or submission to another authority. Again, the word authority in the three definitions, there's an emphasis on authority. So the question is, who has authority over you? Are you obeying those that have authority over you? Are you disobeying those that have authority over you? So that is very important. Literature, can you read the last one?
Lack of hesitation or fear in the face or risk of danger.
Ooh, that must not be that bravery, but that's obedience. That's bravery. All right, so let's go. So we see I brought a simple
it's the bravery versus courage thing again.
So this time around is conformity versus obedience. Just for us to make an emphasis as you're growing up as kids. Be careful that you are not conforming or complying, rather you are obeying. So I want to differentiate that so that when you go to school or you're with your friends, the fact is you are checking, am I complying? Am I obeying, authority? So let's quickly go through what these are. Big J, you take the blue one. Little J, you take the pink one. So Big J, let's start with you. What's conformity first?
Behavior in accordance with socially accepted convention.
What does that mean?
When you go outside, what people will say it's a good thing or right thing to do, but maybe necessarily isn't wrong. Maybe not smoking when children are nearby. That could be conformity because kids are. Yeah.
So that means that everybody just do it because it's a socially accepted norm.
And it doesn't always have to be bad.
Okay. Read the obedience version.
Behavioral trait of being compliant with an order, request, or law or submission to another's authority.
So again, it is compliant to an authority, while the other one is socially acceptable. Everybody just doing. So you can obey a conformity, you can obey a social order, and you can also obey an actual order given by an authority.
So obedience is the law, conformity is the community.
Yeah, community making sense. Okay, so what's the second one?
Power of authority is indirect. So it just might be some kind of rumor.
Rumor, random, or social culture passed along, or things like that.
Yeah. No one is telling you specifically, go and don't smoke around.
Exactly. So power of authority and obedience is direct. So this picture, what's the next one?
Needed primarily to guide others to the standard or accepted path.
Okay, so what does that mean? So conformity is needed to guide everybody to a path. So when you're lining up to go to class, they ask you to conform. So they are guiding you on a certain path. You understand? So that path will lead to school. We go, the animal went into the animal went into So they are going in a particular standard. But what does obedience mean?
Obedience means needed to maintain originality and maintain the norm.
So you are maintaining the original.
So norms basically means normal.
Normal laws or rules.
And
So
then
yeah.
Originality is something original.
So you keep doing it.
So norms and originality are basically
synonyms. That's cool. So that means that they are something that you do. So let's give a very good example from the religious aspect, the 10 Commandments. So you keep obeying that. That's the original thing that's been passed on for thousands of years to the Jews. And so they keep obeying it and they keep maintaining the norms. Okay, so Big Bear, the last one.
If anyone fails to conform, he will be ignored and marginalized.
Yeah, social culture, popular culture, cancel culture.
So if like you're on social media and you post something that maybe other people don't agree with, like I'm not gonna give any examples.
Yeah,
don't want to give.
Yeah, so you just get ignored and you'll be marginalized. It can also happen in school. So if you don't conform to the norm in the class,
like
you be ignored.
Smoke,
yeah. You are saying smoke too much today. If you don't gossip, if you don't do TikTok, if you don't gossip, if you don't have a popular app, or if you don't play the popular game,
and if you don't talk to,
if you don't,
if you don't talk to popular,
you don't talk popular, so you'll be ignored. But literature, let's say the next one.
If someone refuses to be obedient, will be punished and will suffer bad consequences.
So you see, for the conformity, you are ignored, you are marginalized. But for obedience, you are punished and you suffer the consequence. Somebody this morning here. All right, let's look at the next one. So when we're talking about obeying authority, I try to put a diagram here for us to see when we are obeying authority, we also have to be careful that we are not dogmatic about it. Do you know what dogmatic means?
Ruler, like dictator.
Yeah, that we are not just following people because they are authority. We need to be sensible. Let's assume you have an authority that says, hey, all of you going to the river and die. And all of you are just going to the river and die. Or there's this popular religious people that says, oh, I am Jesus. And now all of you, we are going to heaven today.
Is that what they're talking about? An informative social influence.
Something like that. So now we have obeying authority. So they gave different examples. So people obey Jones Order because he's a strong leader and it gives them powerful identity. So everybody's obeying him. Then internalization is people have been completely brainwashed by Joan that anything he says, whether it is right or not, they just take it as their belief. So even if Joan said, go and marry 10 wives, they just accept it. The leader says you should take 10 wives. However, some people wanted to leave that at that certain point and once kill themselves because they were forced to. So they are not conforming, and anybody that tries to leave is, like I said, giving the consequence of the punishment. The minority influence. So John now decided to persuade over 900 people following him to another country and kill themselves all in his own. So now everybody is following, even to the point of death. They are now following him. And then informative social influence, like you said, people follow Jones because he seemed to be more wiser than them, claiming to be God. Now he's now acting in a spiritual authority to them, claiming to be God. Now, the reason why I brought this poster, kids, is that when you're obeying authority, that doesn't necessarily mean your authority is right. Okay?
Usually they are, but there's some.
So there are some authority that are mixed with drunken power, that they just want everybody to do what they want. So in other words, we are trying to emphasize that authority doesn't mean totalitarianism. You know what? You take over, control people's life, you control everything they do. But the kind of authority I'm talking about is the authority that gives you a freedom to make the choice and to obey or not. That's the authority I'm talking about. That authority that does not kill you and say, if you don't do this, you are gonna marginalized, ignored. Gonna. All right, so you get what I mean, right?
Who is Jim Jones?
Just an example. I saw it on the internet, and I felt it was very good for me to be able to explain to kids that authority doesn't mean that you should just be dogmatic and follow them to whatever. They even kill yourself, you just kill yourself. Just an aside talk. In Africa, there are some religious powers or religious people that make their members do anything. In fact, there are some that I heard that I'm not going to go into an example, so bad. All right, so let's go into them. Now, for kids, let's come back to kids. When we mean obedience, we mean you love your parents, you're obedient to do your homework, you're obedient to say yes, mom, and you're obedient to go and bath and brush your teeth when you want you to. So just little things. So kids at home, in your relationship with your parents, obedience means this context. Just obeying so that there will be peace in the house. And there are lots of kids that say yes, mom, but they are never saying yes, but they are never doing it. So we have to be careful. Kids, are you really obedient? So obedience is doing what have been asked to do first, completely, joyfully, without complaining. I like those words. Do it first. Now, I want to say, kids, your parents might not be right. Am I always right? No. I'm not always right. I have to say that. But obedience to me from both of you means obey me first, completely, joyfully, without complaining, and then come back and say, Mom, do you know that thing you actually said this was wrong? And I'll just be like, oh no, I was wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, my baby. I'm sorry, my baby.
Like, in the video one that she was doing her homework, she got both A's.
She got exactly because she was obedient.
Plus.
Yeah, A and A plus because she was obedient. So obedience means you do things completely. So the next time kids at home, your parents say do something, think, am I doing it once they tell me? Am I doing it completely? Am I doing it joyfully? Because the truth is, obedience brings a lot of peace in the house. Obedience brings takes a lot of stress from your parents. And so takes a lot of stress from teachers. Get to a class where kids are disobedient. How is that class? The teacher will be fed up by the end of the day. So go to school, be obedient to authorities, but make sure the authorities are right. I need to emphasize that. It's not all authorities and what all authorities are saying you should do. It's gospel truth. All right, so all right, so the next one. Acceptance. This is the principle of yes. I will tell you why I mean yes. Acceptance means obtaining, embrace, welcoming. So what does it mean? Can we go back to the program?
No.
Okay.
All right.
The
So
embrace is like taking people as they are.
taking people as they are.
Right, and
I
not tolerating.
I
Not just
usually-
tolerating, but
every time
Accepted.
every time I hear the word embrace or see the word embrace, I always think of letting someone into your house and then hugging them.
Hugging, letting people into your heart, into your house, welcoming them, obtaining. That's another one.
Obtaining means
Right.
taking it.
Accepting it. When somebody gives you love, you should also accept it. That's you're obtaining love from others. So the reason why it is yes is a two-way thing. Accepting others and others accepting you. That's the principle of accepting. So the yes is for both ways.
It's like a gateway.
It's like a gateway,
to go
acceptance.
both ways.
It's to go both ways. So if you complain that people don't accept you, the truth is that you're accepting others. Good question. So you have to think about that. Am I acceptance of others before I say others can accept me? So let's see, what is acceptance? Little J, let's start from you.
The action of consenting to receive or undertake something offered. The process of being received is adequate, valid.
So you see the two.
Yeah.
One is the action and the other one is the process from the other part. So acceptance is a two-way thing, Sometimes as children, we have challenges, especially when we are growing up, about people accepting us or we accepting others. But most of the time, we point a finger at others accepting us. But we've never sat down as children, as parents, as adults, we've not sat down to say, am I actually accepting others? Am I acceptant of others? Am I tolerant of others? It's not just, are others tolerating me? Are others tolerating me? So when we are in this relationships is a two-way thing. Okay? So, Big J, can you read the big one?
Acceptance in human psychology is a person's assent to the reality of a situation, recognizing a process or condition without attempting to change it or protest. The concept is close in meaning to
acquiescence,
derived from the Latin acquisere.
Acquiescence.
You need to ask my Latin.
Yeah, you need to ask the Latin teacher. Okay, when you get to school, you ask the Latin teacher. But the interesting thing in this place is you are accepting the reality of the situation, number one. Without trying to change it. Now, I'm a tomboy when I was growing up. Oh, I was a tomboy. Oh my God. Oh, I used to climb trees. I was a tomboy when I was a child. And I accepted my reality. I accepted that, I'm a tomboy. And I didn't try to change my reality. I accepted who I was. And I didn't want others to change me neither, because that was what I was. And then I recognized the process and the condition without attempting to change or protest it. So I accepted it. Then the process over time, I've become a lady. You're very short. I'm still a tomboy lady. Yeah, so I didn't attempt to change or protest it. Okay? So that means that acceptance starts from you. Start from you as a person. You accept who you are. You try to conform to what the society says about you or what the society has defined you to be. There's nothing wrong with being a tomboy if that's who you are. There's nothing wrong with being antisocial. Is that who you are? There's nothing wrong in being, the most sociable baby, the sassiest kid in the class. There's nothing wrong in that, The important thing is, do you assess your reality? Do you recognize it? Do you accept the condition? Do you attempt to change it, or you just leave it so that you live your life and the process? And do you make sure that people don't influence your reality? So acceptance is simply means being aware of your emotions, accepting them for what they are right now. So the first one is acceptance of a person. The second one is acceptance of your emotions. Accepting what they are right now, knowing they won't last. Does your emotion does anger last forever? Some people's anger can last forever. In the movies, they can last forever. But that means that your emotions can change, but you have to accept yourself and accept what they are right now. So as a metaphor, acceptance is, imagine you are a soldier who had fought a long battle with your emotions. What happened? You're tired. If you keep fighting, you get exhausted.
So first you're getting ready, that means you're just now happy. Then you fight, you're angry. Then you finish fighting, you're tired.
You're tired.
You're not really happy if you're getting ready to kill someone. Don't you be happy or just be kind of regretting what you're about to do?
No, you don't. They don't regret most of the times. After they've done it, they don't regret. Like the anger balls to the action, and after the action, they regret. So I think we understand where acceptance is coming from now. It's a two-way thing. So let's see. This is a very good picture I got on the internet. So what is acceptance? Okay, acceptance is, it's raining. Yes, it's raining. But there are some people, it's raining. Oh, I don't like it when it rains. I wish it wasn't raining. My day would have been better if it wasn't raining. My day was ruined. Every day is like this. It's always like this. Why does it always have to rain? Why does it rain? All I want is to rain to sunny. Oh my God, it is raining. Oh, have you gone to the shops before when it's raining and you hear people say, such a horrible weather? Yeah, can you just accept it? So we live in a society where acceptance is a very low grade virtue. Yeah, it's sad. So I think one of the things we are bringing to kids is let's bring acceptance to the top of the table. If people accept who they are, why they are like that, we will have less mental health issues. Yeah, I believe so. I might be wrong, but if people just accept and don't moan over every single thing that bruises their face, I don't like wind. I don't like rain. I don't like food. I don't like drink. I don't like I don't like good. I don't like when she talks to me. I don't like when. Oh my goodness! Just accept. Realize that life will be easy. So, and another post I saw says acceptance is the key to healing. We said that mental health is the key to healing, and it takes time.
Wait,
you know,
just like love is key to a heart.
Yeah, love is key to the heart. So acceptance is the key to healing because love is the key. Acceptance is healing. Acceptance does not mean that we like it. No, I don't like it every time it rains, but I like the rain actually. So, but I accept it. I got a very sad letter today. I didn't like it, but I accepted it. You see, we say farewells to our dreams when they don't come to pass rather than clinging to it. We look to the future when we accept we've done the fail, we failed, and we keep going rather than sitting down, depressed. I'm not saying not to feel bad or feel guilty or of a situation, but remaining there is it doesn't like rain. I wish it would rain. I don't know the rain.
Can I say it?
What? No.
I don't like rain. I wish it wasn't raining. My day would be better if it wasn't raining. My day is ruined. Every day is like this. It's always like this. Why does it always rain on all of it? It's for it to be sunny.
Anyway, let's go. We know that we have good days and bad days. That is acceptance. We show ourselves true compassion. Sometimes when we go through things, we kill ourselves. I'm bad. I'm ugly. I'm not worth it. I'm weak. We just keep condemning ourselves. I'm not good. I'm not kind. I'm so horrible. I'm unforgiven. We say very horrible things. It's time for us to be compassionate, self-compassionate. So kids, as you're listening to us, go back home. Be compassionate to yourself. When you've done something wrong, there's good and bad. Yes, evaluate the situation, but show yourself a bit of compassion. Big J, show yourself a bit of compassion. Little J, show yourself a bit of compassion. Accept that this is not our fault. Okay? We look for and embrace the good in our lives. Always look for and embrace the good in your life. Okay, so what are the ways? There are 3 kinds of acceptance. Okay, so we have the express acceptance, we have the implied acceptance, and we have the conditional acceptance.
I thought it said empress.
Empress. What is empress? What is empress?
Female version of an emperor.
Eh?
The female version of an emperor.
What's it? What does it mean?
It's actually
Maybe it just means like accepting it, whatever.
So you accept.
That's conditional.
Conditional is accepting when it's this way.
That's why they say unconditional love.
Yeah.
If we love you no matter what.
So implied acceptance is when you imply but you don't say it directly. Sometimes when you say, "I love you, mommy," but I don't respond, but you know that's implied acceptance. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't necessarily say it, but it's empress acceptance. You just accept it and you impress it, you give it out as it is. So let's remember, kids, accept yourself, acknowledge your reality, practice radical honesty, be honest with yourself, identify your parts of the mistake, admit your mistake, own your outcome. Don't let fear get on your way. Count your competences every time. Let go of your own bias. They were speaking behind me. They were talking to me. These are bias. Did you hear? So let go of those biases. Accept the struggle will always be part of your reality. If you're different, if you're big, if you're on the big side, your struggle will always be on that. If you are so slim and you're struggling with anorexia, the struggle will be there. Face your reality. If you have dimples and you can't take it away, accept yourself. The struggle is there. Oh no! The struggle. Oh no! Oh no! Don't do that! The struggle of your reality will be there. Make a plan to reach your goal. Again, your goal is accepting yourself. Make a plan to reach your goals. So let's at the words that are related to acceptance. Allow, receive, welcome, understand, open, appreciate, good, release, acknowledge,
grow,
let be. I like let's be. Breathe. Oh my God, let's have a breathe. So those are the words that I read. So kids, Jamie, little J and big J, we've talked about acceptance and we've talked about obedience. So reflect, what are the things that you think about those two topics before we go on?
So obedience and compliance are two different things, which I didn't really think about. And the compliance is just fitting in with the norm that everyone's doing. But obedience is following specific orders to you.
Orders and instruction by an authority. And so what does acceptance, how do you see acceptance now? Because most of the time I struggle to accept myself and my fault. You do. People out there, kids out there, we all struggle. And because of sometimes we struggle so much, we end up in a mental situation, we break down and families are broken down. And then because we don't accept each other's weaknesses or give allowance, breathe, let it go. So how does acceptance, what are you taking away from acceptance?
I'm taking away that part, that reading part.
So just accept it. The next time I ask you to do something, just accept it. Just like, Mommy, what? Accept it. Just accept it, okay? All right, so do you understand now? So it's just accepting that this is part of life and living it. I'm a tomboy. I accepted it, and I'm gonna be a tomboy forever. Oh, tomboy forever. All right. So the last one is modesty.
The virtue song.
So it's the virtue song. It's a principle of moderation.
I never actually thought of such a thing.
Yeah, so the principle of moderation. So what are the words that are related to moderation?
So there's self-consciousness.
Yeah, conscious of yourself.
Self-efficient.
Fairness,
lashed down to
earth. You're just down to earth with yourself.
So you're not too high and mighty.
Yeah, I'm not too high and mighty. I'm a short little babe, and I don't try to go and wear 6 inches or 12 inches to make me tall.
I'm an average girl. I'm an average girl.
You average height?
Yes.
Okay, so you could say.
I have big nose. I just accept it.
Don't. Actually, don't. You have a good smile.
So I'm just moderation. We've not shown it. Oh my God. So I'm just moderation with my face and everything. All right, so let's keep going. What is moderation?
Can I read this?
Yes, please.
The quality of not being too proud or confident about yourself or your abilities.
So I'm very great with my abilities, but I'm not too proud about it, and I'm not overconfident about it. And I'm just normal, with all my abilities. I don't let it get into my head. I don't because one of the things I've noticed with kids is once they win a competition,
Why don't you work?
It gets over their head and they forget that competition is not the end. There's something bigger than competition. So I'll read the big one. An example of modesty is when you are a great violin player and you simply say, I enjoy playing. Say, I'm so great. I'm so great. I'm in level 8 now.
Just what you doing.
I'm so great. Say it properly, Joe. So when someone asks you if you're good or not, you say, I enjoy playing. An example of modesty is when you wear a skirt over your bathing suit because you don't want to show off how much good your body is.
Your swimsuit.
Pardon?
Your swimsuit.
Your swimsuit. So you see, modesty is that you have your confidence, you have your abilities, but you don't show them. Okay? Big little J, read the yellow one.
Quality of being relatively moderate, limited, or small in amount of frequency.
So moderation is the quality of being moderate, limited, small amount. I would say about I'll be proud of myself a little amount. A little amount.
Their cheeks and their mouth
Mm.
and
Really?
their hands.
BJ, read the pink one.
And quality or state of being unassuming in the estimation of oneself.
Yourself. So you are unassuming in the estimation of yourself, huh? And your ability.
You're not going to like just look down on yourself and say I'm terrible at this,
Yeah.
or put yourself on a pedestal saying I'm really good at this.
Exactly. So you're just in a very good
Or you
estimation of
Don't-
yourself.
don't-
So let's look at dressing. You don't cover up yourself like or you don't naked yourself like I didn't say anything. But that is moderation. You are not in the two ends, you are in the middle. That's moderation. So moderation and humility are closely related, but they are not the same. You know, the topic we are doing today is humility. So modesty is having a sane and moderate view of oneself and one ability. And it's being aware and recognize your own limitation. So moderation, you recognize your limitation and you evaluate yourself properly. Humility is in a part, not valuing yourself more than others.
So modesty is about yourself. The
Uh-huh.
humility is like
Relationship
comparing
with
yourself
others.
to others.
Yeah.
No, relationship. That's
With
what
others. So moderation is evaluating yourself. Oh my goodness, I'm good at bowing. All right, I just enjoy playing. And then you look at others. Do they enjoy playing like me? So moderation can still compare, but humility does not value yourself more than the other person. Huh? So read that, BJ.
Statman calls modesty a willpower virtue and likens it to courage, self-control, and patience. These virtues help one to overcome inclinations, such as like
High-mindedness.
that are contrary to virtue, and so serve to help one overcome moral obstacles.
So we're talking about modesty, self-control, courage, patience. These are virtues that help us to overcome looking at ourselves greater than we are. So they are very important. So today I'm taking away not just moderation, I'm taking away courage that we did last week. I'm taking away self-control that we have done. I'm taking away patience that we've done. In the midst of facing obstacle, all these virtues are necessary in life. All right, so this is huge, a lot of things. So this is I wanted to put everything in one slide. So what are the things if you want to live a modest life? Let's read. Have a healthy, realistic impression of yourself. If you're on the weighty side, have a healthy impression of yourself. If you're on the slim side, have a wealthy, realistic impression of yourself. Don't evaluate yourself based on the social or celebrity on the TV. Their reality is different from the TV.
Mostly different.
Yeah. Photoshop. Seek out advice and constructive criticism. Do not run away from constructive criticism. Please, kids, it's important. Seek out advice. It's very important for you to focus on modesty. Resist the urge to brag about yourself. Oh my God, I have bragged about myself so much today, my dear folks. Oh, let me resist the urge.
Yes,
Resist it. Accept compliments without ego. We did that last week. Accepting compliments and accepting it with confidence, not with ego or not with lack of confidence. Strive for selflessness. Don't be selfish. Live within your means. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord, my God. I need to buy the latest Nike. Do you have the money for it? Buy used or discount item whenever possible.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Thrifting. Thrifty. That's being thrifty. You don't have to always buy new things. Wear clothing that are not revealing. Oh my word. Avoid extremes in appearance. I told you one side and the other. Use language that are positive and uplifting. Oh my goodness, some people's languages are just, oh my God, so discouraging. And don't use swear words. Oh no, kids, please don't. So, Big J, can you read the first one? Respect.
Respect the beliefs that other people hold. Don't expect others to conform to your way of life, and don't judge other people for living in a way that makes them happy.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Don't try to get everyone on your side. Try to change people from being who they are.
So you know that. Okay. So respect other people. Don't try to get them to conform to the way you think. Respect their way of life. Don't judge other people. And because what makes them happy is not necessarily what makes you happy. Okay? All right. So, Little Jerry, the next one.
Try not to
Be
worry.
patient.
Be patient with yourself. It's hard to change old habits, and it may take you a while to figure out how to implement more modest approach to your life.
So, kids, parents, be patient with yourself. Mommy J, be patient with yourself. It's hard to change old habits of saying your dimples are nice. Oh, take time to figure out how to implement it. Not to say your dimples are so nice. And be moderate about it. Okay? Moderate about showing up your dimples. Practice what I preach.
Yes.
I just don't say my dimples. Huh? Okay, so do we understand? And so let's go to the last one. Try not to worry whether others are impressed. Kids, please don't try to worry whether people are impressed, whether you have the latest phone or you have the latest jacket or you don't have the
Super cool.
Exactly. Don't try to impress other people. I'm really serious. It's a big J. And kids at home, don't stop worrying about impressing your friends. Live modestly and humbly. It means emphasizing your values, and that is what we are bringing to you on RWJ. Emphasize your values more than your opinions of others on you. All these values, these virtues that we have been bringing out every Saturday. Go back and watch this video. Emphasize those values in your life. Live modesty. Don't worry about the impression on others. You will have a happy, mental, balanced life. Honestly, I'm serious. If you don't have a good mental impression of yourself after doing everything we taught you, I'll pay you back. Seriously, I'll pay you back. What? All right. So don't trouble yourself wondering whether others are impressed with you or with your possession. Don't worry whether I use a Nokia 3007 or I use
Nokia 105.
No, go and ask what's in my age. Nokia 7300. That was the first Nokia I used. What is wrong with you? Now maybe I didn't get the number right. But
Yeah,
don't be impressed that I use your oldest fashion phone, or you use goggles, or you use Google i16.
Samsung
Google,
Galaxy Split.
Google. Seriously, let me be serious. Instead, focus on living a meaningful and outstanding life. Okay? that is the most important thing, a meaningful and outstanding life. And on this note, we want to say thank you. You have been a very wonderful audience. But before we go, little J, big J, last words on humility. So how do we bring obedience, acceptance, and modesty into humility? Just in 1 or 2 words.
Modesty is actually, I'm going to try to don't try to conform to everyone.
Okay.
Be yourself.
Be yourself. So,
And also don't show.
don't show. So humility means humility means I'm obedient to authority. I'm not bragging to the authority that I know more than them. Humility means I accept myself and I don't allow others to define who I am, and I accept others just the way they are. Humility means I am modest in the way I approach my life. I'm modest in the words I speak. I'm modest in the way I dress. And in everything. So humility is like the ball. The three work together. Because if you find a disobedient child, that child will never be acceptant of others. You see, they all work together in a team. Humility is acceptance, modesty, and obedience. Because for you to actually be humble, you must be ready to obey before you can be humble. All right, so that is it from Mommy J, the wise. Oh, ha, hi. I'll see you next time.
And Wikipedia.
Oh yes.
Don't forget Wikipedia.
They just form my hand right now. Let me speak Nigerian English. They just form my hand to say. Don't worry.
Non-Nigerian viewers.
For the non-Nigerian viewers, it means they just put me on the spotlight because I said I was a wise owl, and they said it's Wikipedia.
Oh.
So you form my hand right now. I was trying to overly modest, and you put my modesty back into space.
Not,
Okay.
I was not modest.
Wikipedia did some of the work.
All right, so it's good for me to be humble. I didn't have all the information. I got it from sources, but I'm passing it on to you because I just love you kids, and I want you to go out, accept yourself, be moderate, and be obedient to your parents, your teachers, the right authorities. Please be obedient to the right authorities and the right information. Guys, even if you're a tomboy like me, accept yourself today. And I love you guys. I'll see you next time on Out of UK. Bye.